Well, hello everybody. As you can see, this is not a Barbie doll. He's not even a Ken doll made by Mattel. He's a wrestler doll that I found in, I think it was Towers. No, it was Target. So I found him in Target in New York, and I just thought he'd be a great addition to my Barbie collection because I'm always looking for guys that can be articulated Ken dolls. So he's in this series called True Moves because he moves, and I guess this is like from the wrestling organization, but nothing official. It says figure might not stand as shown. No kidding. They never do, but it does say that he comes with lifelike posing, and that was why I wanted him, and this particularly is what attracted me to him. He's got 11 points of articulation, so we'll check all of those out. I'm not planning on really using him as a wrestler. I'm going to use him in my Barbie videos, and it's very useful to have male dolls that are articulated and that look decent. So we'll take a look at all of his special features. Kind of hard to open this. I thought it was just the Scotch tape, but it looks like this tab is glued down. So it's a little harder to get him out, but not impossible. I'm going to give it a pull and see what happens. That was really hard to do without demolishing the whole front of the box, but I don't really need that for anything. And oh my goodness, he is really tied down tightly. If you've seen my other videos, you know I hate when they use these really difficult clips to get the doll out. But oh, that wasn't too bad, and they didn't have any through his head. Interesting, he's got molded hair rather than rooted hair, and I guess he's supposed to be a little bit older than some of the Ken dolls we see because he does have almost a hint of gray hair in his beard, although that could just be the way they've painted the blue. And maybe all those lines and wrinkles, and he does have a few little creases on his forehead and little bits of crow's feet around the eyes, but maybe he's had a hard life. Being a wrestler is not easy. He's got a tattoo. It says AJ, so I'm sorry, I don't know a lot about real wrestlers, so I don't know if that stands for the real name of a real person or not, so I apologize for my ignorance in that matter. As I said, I just want to use him in my Barbie videos. So let's just check his points of articulation and compare it with what it tells us here on the box. So number 1 would be his head turning. So that one's easy enough. They all do that. So that's nothing special. Number 2 and 3 are his shoulder joints. And again, that's nothing special. Almost all the dolls can do that. Numbers 4 and 5 are his elbow joints. So that's always helpful to have. So it rotates this way and it bends. So that's good. You can go out this way at right angles, and you can turn him in this way, and it rotates completely around. Although we don't want him to look double jointed, so I don't need to go quite that far, but that's cool. Now they don't list as one of the numbers a waist joint, because he doesn't have one. I thought he did anyway. His waist does not swivel. Okay, we don't really need that. And he's got 7 and 8, his hip joints. Again, that's a fairly common joint for these dolls to have. But then, of course, his knees are numbers 10 and 11. So that's always good to have a knee joint. Now, unfortunately, he's got these knee pant things. So I think if I put some real pants on him, which might be hard to do because he's got very thick thighs, if he bends his knee, I can see where this might pop out through the pant legs a bit. Not great. And his boots don't come off. So I guess I'll have to use him in some kind of video that will need someone who's going to wear wrestler type pants. And what's the other articulated joint I missed? Oh, number 6 and 7. His wrist joints move. So that's really cool. So he's certainly not as flexible as a made-to-move Barbie or even as well as my articulated male dolls that I bought from AliExpress straight from China. But overall, I really like him. And he's got one of these much more realistic looking faces than the Ken dolls have. Let me just get a Ken so we can compare. Here's my other most recent one. That's long-haired Ken. It's a lot about him I do like, so don't get me wrong. But if you look at their faces, the Ken really isn't trying for a realistic face mold. But this guy has certainly got a ton of character in his face. And like I say, maybe they're modeling over a real guy who's a wrestler. And I just love his molded hair. I've never seen molded hair look so realistic. You really don't need to have rooted hair when you can do such a good job on the mold. So there he is. There he is in profile. And he's got all the muscles in his neck. Obviously very muscular, good six-pack there. Arm muscles, which I guess you have to be a wrestler. And I don't like when their hands are in fists. That's a little too violent, but maybe I'll be able to think of a good reason in a video to use that. And there he is. Let me just see if I can get him to stand. There. Oh, he does. He stands all by himself. Pretty cool. Well, there he is, our wrestler guy, AJ, from the True Moves. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button down below on the side and touch the bell so you'll be notified of all future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you soon.